Hello, my name is Tina Williams, and this video that I'm doing is kind of an introduction to how I got to where I am right now, and it's a little story about my family's life over the last 10 years. I guess I don't know really where to start. I got this picture. This is a laminated newspaper article that came out in 1998. And it says, Beyond a Home Pest Problem. And the family says, treatment contaminated house. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there's a picture of myself, my husband, and my 3 older daughters in front of our house in Long Island. And what had happened is we bought the house back in 1998, and like every other house, we had to have a termite treatment done prior to buying it, so we did. And we lived in the house for 3 years. I had a 9-month-old when I moved in and had 2 more daughters right 2 years after that. So they were all about 3 years apart, or a year each apart. And it was amazing how sick we were when we moved into the house, or how sick we got after we moved into the house. And each of the kids was sick, to the point where the pediatrician would laugh when I'd come in. They literally did. They'd be like, "Oh, there's Mrs. Williams, get out the cot." And I kept asking him, like, am I a bad mom? I'm like, why are my kids so sick all the time? And he really didn't know. The only thing he could tell me is that their immune systems were low. And then in 1998, we had the same termite company back again because we had a contract with them. And they did another treatment because what had happened is I came upstairs one day and there were bugs in my living room. Swarmers, they call them, from termite swarmers. They were in my kid's playpen, and I bugged out, so to speak. Don't mind the old play on words there. And I didn't care what they did. I was like, I should have known better. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have known better, but I said, just get rid of the bugs. So they did, and they also got rid of us. Ultimately, we ended up moving out of the house. I'm trying to make a very, very long, ugly story as short as I can. We moved out of the house, and picture this. Basically, what had happened is everything in our house was considered contaminated. We had chemical poisoning, chemical exposure, and they pretty much, think about if you were to walk out of your house right now, right this second, and somebody would come in and tape it up and tear it down to the ground with everything you own still in it. Well, that's what happened, pretty much. And we spent the last several years, almost 8 years, 8 to 10 years almost, stuck in lawsuits from hell, really. Any of you that think that living through a lawsuit is, all worth the money, first of all, what money? And second of all, the things that you go through in a lawsuit, so if you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you think you're going to spill it and get $1 million, ain't happening. Because what happens is you become more of a victim, in my mind, during the course of a lawsuit, and you're more victimized than what put you in the lawsuit in the first place. So really think carefully if you ever intend to sue anybody, especially if you're going to sue a big chemical company. Lawsuit's over, done, and, ultimately, we all were sick. I had all immune system disorders, and my daughters, who were 1, 2, and 3 at the time, we spent 4 months in a 1-bedroom hotel. Picture that. That was a lot of fun. With 4 months in a hotel with a 1, 2, and a 3-year-old. After we settled up with everything, we've gone on our merry way. I really felt it was necessary to tell my story to people, because every person I tell this story to, and they change one thing in their life, is somewhere else my children could go. If every person who watches this video or has heard my story over the course of the past several years has thought twice about using a chemical in their house, and kind of especially around your children, then that's one more place that is safe for my kids to go. I've done 2 websites now, or 2 blogs that you'll see coming up. The New Old Moms Club goes green because ultimately I am very careful about everything I use in my house and everything my family puts in our mouths. You learn your lesson the hard way sometimes. Brick did hit me in the head, but I've learned a lot, and I hope if you visit the New Old Moms Go Green Club, you'll learn some things about being green and what it means. And the the other blog I'm doing, I just started, and it's called From Poison to Prosperity, because over the course of the years, I have come across many, 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 many people who have been in our situation. We lost our home, but in losing our home, we also lost our health and our financial status and our quality of life. Losing our quality of life, that's something if you ever really get back. Money doesn't replace quality of life. It doesn't replace a lot of things, but I see so many people who are worse off than me, and I want you to know that there's life beyond chemical exposures. There really is, and I've talked to so many people who are so sick and they can't get beyond what had happened to them, and it's hard because in the course of our lawsuits, if I heard the word causation, if I heard it one time, I heard it a million times. And very often, even people as close as your immediate family don't believe you. They don't believe that mercury can make you sick. They don't believe that pesticides can make you sick, or chemical exposures, or perfumes, or things in the air, things in the food. They can, and I just am here to tell you that there's life beyond chemical exposure. Who do you see when you look in the mirror? You believe you, because you're the only one that matters, and be the best person that you can be, and I'm here to help you do that. For those of you who are having trouble working, and I know it's a struggle because a lot of you fight the workman's comp system, you can make money online. You really can. If you can deal with being around computers, you can, and there is life beyond chemical exposures. So I'm hoping that you'll visit From Poison to Prosperity, and I also hope any of you out there that are watching this that want some ideas on how to be clean and green, stop over at the New Old Moms Go Green. That's one of my New Old Moms clubs. And think about our story, and any time that you change something in your life and make your life a little bit cleaner, a little bit greener, chemical-free, it makes one more place that my children will be safe. And remember, your body is made to detoxify, so, there's going to be places out there in the world that, just they are what they are. You keep your body safe and healthy. It's made, your liver and kidneys are made to detoxify, so you can control what you can control, and your body will do the rest. And I hope you learned something from my story, and if you have any questions or need to know more or just have any issues at all, let me know. Give me a call or fill in one of my contact forms. Somebody's calling me now, and I'm here to help you. Have a great day. Tina Williams, and I'll catch you soon.